Many, many years ago, when I was in a country that was so foreign to me. It was foreign to me on every single level. And I was in a room, a very, very old room, in a very, very old house in Tunisia. And it was actually our bedroom at the time, and it was most peculiar. It had different levels, so I don't know if you can imagine this, but there was one level, and then it was like, if you can imagine, like what they call today a mezzanine. It was like an elevated area in the room, but underneath the elevated area was a dip as well, almost like a cellar and a loft and a room. It was just bizarre on every single level. And it did have this odour. It had this odour of times gone past, of things that had happened in that room.
And I'm not even quite sure what the brand is. But my mum is always washing, and the house always smells of this. It's either the washing powder or the fabric conditioner or something, and then all your clothes smell of it afterwards, obviously. But whenever I smell this smell, it reminds me of my mum's house, and it's quite cosy.
There was an old chap called Harry Bridge, and he was an ex-miner, and he used to bring this bottle, it was for rubbing on your limbs before you went out into the cold, wet, windy East Lancashire rugby fields, and run about chasing after a pig's bladder. And it's part of my psyche, but every time now that I smell that wintergreen, it makes me feel I want to put on my jockstrap, pull my socks up, fasten my boots, put my shoulder pads on, and go and kick some ass.
It was the smell of disinfectant. My mom used to love us very, very much, used to stroke our heads, and the smell of her hand was the smell of this bleach. And it was a smell I cannot forget. It's there all the time, just to know how much we were loved with my mom, who was doing so much cleaning and who really looked after her so much. And that's one of the best smells in my memories.
this like cellar area that was open, it was called a delis. Or maybe I haven't got it right, but what he actually said was, Walla ton dizik tati delis. And she laughed. And I asked him, what did that mean? And he said, honest to God, if you do that again, I'm going to kick you under into the cellar, which was the delis kind of thing. So, Walla ton dizik tati delis. And that's my memory. And the room was just, it was a room with stories, with history, with life, of days gone by.